Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of Making VGC 2017. We're just going to jump right in, searching for an opponent. If you guys noticed, I have no win or losses. I've had to continually switch the game I use between 2 different DS systems and go online and battle, so I'm working out that issue, but for now I'm probably going to have it be resetted a few times, so sorry if that upsets anyone. Team seems to be working pretty good from the battles I've had so far. Ninetales, better than I thought, especially leading with it, having a blizzard to hit my opponent with really quickly. Seemed to do a lot of damage. And where are my opponents? Okay, first opponent of the day is Sebastiano. I'm gonna assume that's Sebastian anyways. He has a team of Rangaroo, one of those Tapu Pokemon, Ninetales, Alolan form, Mimikyu, Torkoal, and Alolan form Persian. So I have no idea what this team does. 2 weathers, and Persian's got fake out pressure. So what would be best to use? Going to lead with, I think Garchomp Gyarados is a solid lead, so if they lead with either Ninetales or Torkoal, I can hit them for a decent amount of damage without the other Pokemon really being terrified of them. And I'm going to try Metagross this game. Not sure how well that's going to work with the Dark Persian. And let's try Mimikyu. So still learning how this team works, not completely sure. Just throw it together and try. Oh, gotta hit confirm. That's a very important process in choosing your team. Hit confirm. So, Infinity versus Sebastiano. So, I think they're either going to lead with Torkoal or Ninetales. That's why I led with Garchomp. With Gyarados, so if they lead with Ninetales, I can switch out Garchomp into Metagross and just have Gyarados hit. Well, if you see here, they actually led with Torkoal, so Garchomp is a good lead because then I can do some good amount of damage and it's pretty threatening. Okay, and then they have Tapu Bulu. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Grassy Surge. Oh, it's a grass type, so it's a grass fairy type. And Torkoal's got Drought going off. So I think here I may just go for the Earthquake Ice Fang. Ice Fang onto the top of Bulu. I'm really not sure where my Garchomp stands in attack power. I mean, where my Gyarados stands in speed tier wise, because it has no speed investment, it's just completely bulk and attack. So this will be interesting to see what they do. Earthquake doesn't affect Gyarados. Great. I'm not hitting myself. Okay. Does a good amount of damage to Torkoal. Not actually that as much as I thought, and barely anything to Tapu Bulu. Let's see how much Ice Fang does. Okay, Ice Fang almost takes Tapu Bulu down to half HP. They're going to hit my Garchomp with Wood Hammer. I'm assuming they're going to either go for a Heat Wave or a Solar Beam. Okay, that's interesting. Bringing Ninetales here actually would have been beneficial, because then I could just switched in and gone rid of the Sun and then gone for Blizzard Waterfall, and that would have killed both Tapu Bulu and the Torkoal. So not the best choice on my end. Okay, so Tapu Bulu, I'm not sure what item it has. Its HP is being restored because of the grass terrain. Oh, something fun I've always wanted to try. I have Bulldoze on Metagross. I was really curious how that would work, so I kind of just threw it on there. Torkoal's really slow, so I'm not concerned about it being hit with anything super effective. I mean, I'm not concerned about my Metagross being hit before I hit Torkoal. So Bulldoze Waterfall on the Torkoal. Although I could also be worried about Woodhammer hitting my Gyarados since it's neutral damage. Let's try Bulldoze. Bulldoze, Waterfall. Let's see how it does. Okay, so going for the Waterfall. Waterfall is doing a good amount of damage. Doesn't knock out Torkoal yet. Tapu Bulu is going for Horn Leech. So restoring a good amount of their HP, which is not good for me. Bulldoze! Slow everything down! Wow, that sucked. That was horrible. Why? So, in retrospect, if I just did, like, Meteor Mash on the top of Bulu, I would have been fine, and then just Waterfall, Torkoal, and it really wouldn't matter. So maybe having Bulldoze on Metagross is probably not the best idea. So I'll probably change that for a future video. Although they're doing pretty good at holding in there. We now know the Torkoal has Life Orb, so it's gonna die this turn. So I think I'm kind of really concerned about the Tapu Bulu. Torkoal's kind of just like meh. So what I could do here is I could actually go for the Meteor Mash and Tapu Bulu, and I could either go for a Waterfall and Torkoal or set up Substitute. But if I set up Substitute, they could go for a Heat Wave, which would be bad for my Metagross. So, guess most rational choice here would be Waterfall and Torkoal. They protect. I could have set up subs. So with the meta being kind of new and all that, and me not having very much experience in what Pokemon do, it's kind of hard for me to anticipate what they're gonna do. So it was kind of midway between, is Torkoal gonna protect or not, and it turned out to protect. And setting up subs would have been really nice. But this Grass Train, I mean, that's pretty nice, restoring my own HP. And then on top of that, my Gyarados has leftovers. Wait, no, Gyarados is flying, so it wouldn't be receiving that benefit because it's not on the ground. Okay, so Torkoal's almost out. Sending out Persian. Yeah. Oh, Grass Seed erased its what? What do I want to do here? I'm kind of worried about Metagross. But I don't really... I mean, I could Waterfall Persian. Torkoal's not much of a threat here anymore, so I'm just going to let it sit there. Because, I mean, it could protect Eruption, which won't do much, or it could just Heat Wave, which would be bad for my Metagross. I'm actually just going to switch here. I'm going to switch into Mimikyu. And then I'm going to go for the Substitute. And then I almost ran out of time. Do. Okay, waiting for my opponent to choose a move. So we're currently on turn 4 of Sun, I believe. So it has one more turn to be out there. I'm sending out Mimikyu. Mimikyu's ability to take hits for one turn without taking damage is really nice because then I can switch into things. Eesh. That still hurt. Oh. Okay, I guess I underestimated that Torkoal a little bit too much. Disguise is gone. Not in the best situation here. I could Shadow Sneak the Torkoal. They have 2 Pokemon left. This is not good. So Shadow Sneak takes out Torkoal. I'm burned. I need to deal with that Persian. So what I could do here is go for the Play Rough on the Persian and the Waterfall on the Torkoal. Even though my Gyarados is burned, I think it should be able to take it out. Hopefully. Mimikyu, I'm relying on you this turn. Okay, they protect. Protecting, which is not good for me. Bite. Why would you have Bite? Doesn't it have any other better dark moves? Yay! Play rough, knocked it out. Go Mimikyu. Okay, Mimikyu lost some HP because it has left Life Orb. Sun is gone now, which is good for me, sort of. So what I could do here is I could actually send out Metagross and go for another Bulldoze. Depending on what they have, what their fourth Pokemon is. It is a Rangaroo. Okay, I am not worried about that thing at all. So what I could do here is I could go for... Probably don't want to Bulldoze. I could go for Shadow Sneak on the Torkoal. Does Bulldoze hit the entire field? Yeah, it hits the entire field. Zen Headbutt then? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Zen Headbutt on Torkoal. So having a Rangaroo, your supporter in the back, is generally not a good idea due to the fact that if it's your last Pokemon, you're not gonna be able to do anything. Woo! I knocked it out! Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak. Mimikyu doing a good job here. I'm gonna get Zen Headbutt off. Not gonna do too much damage because the Rangaroo is Psychic type and resistant. That still did a decent amount. Okay, they're setting up Trick Room, which I have no problem with. So now it's just a Rangaroo against my Mimikyu and Metagross, and that's not a good situation because the Rangaroo can't really do any damage to me, and I can just bash out on it. So, you know, having your supporter in the back and the last Pokemon you bring out is not a good idea because it brings no offensive pressure, and then they can't really come back. I mean, my Metagross is just going to sit there and wall it and then eventually kill it. Okay, Mini Air Mash makes contact and whoa. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Okay, Rangaroo survives barely and activates Citrus Berry, restoring some of its HP. Maybe, hopefully, Play Rough is going to take it out. Is it going to knock it out? Yep. Knocks out a Rangaroo, and we're going to take game 1 for today. Yay! So, I think Ninetales, if I brought it to this game, would have been useful later on. But I was more worried about what they would lead with and trying to be adaptive. So Gyarados, the Gyarados Garchomp lead was kind of there to help me be adaptive. Then Metagross was there to help me switch if they had, you know, Ninetales on the back. As you saw here, I already had something to lead with to stop the Torkoal, and it did a pretty good job and kind of made it not that useful later on in the game. Mimikyu was kind of questionable. I mean, Ninetales would have done a better job because it was faster and could have hit things, but that Play Rough taking out that Alolan form Persian was really good and helpful for me because I did not want my Metagross going against that because that would have probably killed me. So we're just going to look for another opponent of the day, and what Pokemon songs do we have in here? My friend Hahu. Team School Admin. So I think there are a few things I need to change on this team from past experience. Probably want to get off Bulldoze, not doing anything, and I'm never even using it, so maybe switch it with something like Bullet Punch for a priority stab move, or gosh, I don't know what. And then a Rangaroo, it has Swagger on it. Swagger, so I found out today, I haven't been paying attention to this, but I found out today that Confusion has been nerfed and you only get hit 25% of the time now. So that was a bit of, don't want that on my team anymore. So I'm probably going to want to switch that with maybe Thunderbolt or something to hit water Pokemon, since my team does have an issue with fire Pokemon. Okay, second opponent of the day is Momo. They have a Rangaroo, Torkoal, Lililint, the Tapu Lele, I believe, that they have that Dragon normal Pokemon, and Salamence. So Ninetales is going to be really good here, although I might want to keep in the back just to make sure that I win the Weather War and I can easily, you know, get off Blizzard. So again, I'm probably going to want to lead Garchomp Gyarados. It does pretty good against them. I'll bring Metagross on the back to deal with the Fairy type, and then, you know, Ninetales for a late game sweep, which will be useful. Infinity versus Momo. Go! So, I feel like they're going to lead with Torkoal because a lot of their team relies on the sun being set up. So I think they may lead with like Torkoal Lilligant. Nope, they're leading with Oranguru Salamence. So here, I don't think I want my Garchomp to stay in to get hit by attacks. So I think I may have my Gyarados attack the Salamence with an Ice Fang, trying to knock it out, and then the next turn I could just do Rock Slide. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's the safest option right here. So, Protect, Ice Fang. I don't know if Ice Fang will kill Salamence since I'm intimidated, but we'll see. And then that Oranguru, it could set up Trick Room, which would be bad. That would be very bad for me. So maybe in retrospect, it would have been better if I just targeted down the Oranguru to make sure that they don't set up Trick Room. Because their Torkoal and I think a few other Pokemon would run well in Trick Room, and since I have Ninetales on the back, it's not going to go over well for me. So I'm going to Protect here. Oranguru also uses Protect. Oh, thank goodness I didn't double attack that. Salamence goes for the Draco Meteor, but I protected, so making very obvious plays. And I'm going for the Ice Fang here. Woo! Oh, it knocked it out. Oh, it's a crit. Oh, I'm so sorry, opponent. No way of surviving that crit. Okay, so now they're down to 3 Pokemon. Wonder what they're going to bring in now. So I think now would be a good time to target down the Oranguru. It has a very low chance of getting a second Protect off. Probably likely to set up a Trick Room, and, you know, kind of scary. So here I'm going to actually... Oh, by the way, I don't think I told you guys, but I switched Lumberry onto Metagross, and then I moved the... I gave Groudon the Ground Z item. So I'm actually going to use that Oranguru. It does a lot of damage, and then I'm just going to go for a Waterfall. Trying to knock out Oranguru here. Drownpaw, I think my Ninetales and Metagross can easily deal with it later on. So just getting rid of Oranguru so they can't, there's no chance of them setting up Trick Room or, you know, instructing and doing a Hyper Voice with that weird dragon thingy. Go, Z, move ground type! Tectonic Plates. Tectonic Rage. I think the animations for these Z-moves are really cool. Although it looks very painful for the Pokemon that goes through it. It's like one of those overly done kills. Although it didn't kill it here. Oranguru is actually barely hanging on. Oh boy. Draco Meteor. I don't think my Garchomp's going to survive. Yep. Garchomp's going down. Whew. Well, so Garchomp's fainted from Draco Meteor, although Drownpaw now has half its special attack. But the good thing here is it did lose some HP also from Life Orb, so we know it has Life Orb. I'm going to send out Metagross. I think it's going to be the best dealing with it. I don't know what moves that the little weird dragon there, Drownpaw, gets. So I could go for Meteor Mash. I think I'm going to go for Meteor Mash to, you know, try and get the attack boost. And then I think I'll try setting up a substitute, just trying to preserve my Gyarados. Although if it has Hyper Voice, it's going to go straight through that substitute, so it wouldn't be very beneficial. So maybe if I Ice Fanged instead, that would have been better. Oh, and it has Thunderbolt. That's new. That's neat. Oh, I survived! Yeah! It instructed. Oh boy. Yep. Well, goodbye, my Gyarados. You know, so it survived because its special attack was cut in half. That makes sense now. Life Orb, Thunderbolt usually would KO it. Meteor Mash! Is it gonna knock it out? Is it? It barely hangs on. It has Berserker? Oh. This is the time I wish I had Bullet Punch, because then I could easily target down Drownpaw and the Oranguru. So How can I win here? They have 3 Pokemon left, 2 at low HP. I have no priority moves. I have Snow Warning. Will Snow Warning knock them out, though? If they take a few turns of hail damage. So, here's what I'm thinking. If Drampa goes for an attack, it's going to lose HP from Life Orbs. So it's going to faint anyways. How many turns of Trick Room are left? Let's see. We have 3 rooms of Trick Room. Oh, good gosh. Okay. I'm hoping they don't have Torkoal in the back, or else I'm kind of in trouble. So I'm going to go for maybe a Bulldoze. I'm going to go for a Bulldoze Protect before I run out of time. So I'm protecting Ninetales to make sure it takes no damage this turn. And then I preserve the Focus Sash for later on. Drampa's got Flamethrower. What the heck is this thing? It's like got everything. Flamethrower. And Drampa's almost gone. It's doing Instruct. See, Bullet Punch would be very nice right now. Okay. Flamethrower. Well, Metagross. Yep. I've lost Metagross. Metagross is gone. This is the downside of not knowing what your opponent's doing. Buff by Hail! Okay, so if they have something in the back that can yep, they got Torkoal. They've got this. Blizzard! Ninetales hung on. Okay, so they're just gonna Instruct. So if I could have taken out their Ranguru earlier, that would have been useful. Okay, they're just gonna Erupt again. Nothing I can do here. I guess bringing Ninetales wasn't a good idea. Mimikyu probably would have helped more because it could have operated in Trick Room okay. And it had Disguise to take a hit and, you know, stuff like that. So, good job for my opponent for, you know, keeping their win condition in the back. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into day 2 of Making VGC 2017 work. If you see anything with my team you think could be improved or, you know, work better, feel free to leave a comment below. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow.